Well, hello YouTubers, this is Bob. Well, it's so good to be back with you guys. Well, you've been waiting for my annual predictions, and here they are. So keep watching, and I'll show you what's coming in 2010. Well, good morning YouTubers. Happy New Year. Well, this is Bob here, and I'm on the phone with Her Excellency, the Most Reverend Grace Howell. Good morning, Grace.
Good morning, Bob. Thanks so much for speaking with me this morning.
Well, you wanted to get in on my annual New Year's prediction, so I thought I'd let you be the first person to ask questions.
Thank you very much. Let me get started. I know that a lot of people have been asking about the economy in 2010, so I'm wondering what you see for next year, for the forecast.
Yeah, you know, this year is going to be a strong year of economic return, and I want everybody to watch, because it looks like as we get into the second quarter in March, we're going to see real growth here. So, yeah, we're coming back, definitely. And, you know, in February, there's going to be a dip in the stock market, but I don't want anybody to panic. Just hold on, because it is going to come back. And as we get into March, we're going to see things improve on the job front, the housing market, and also in investments.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Can you suggest what people should invest in 2010?
Sure, that's a good question. You know, I put my money into green technology companies. Anybody who's working on green technology, environmental stuff, that's where I'd put the money. And I'd also invest money in platinum, okay, because I'm seeing the green technology market using a lot of platinum as part of the technology, and that's where I'd put some money as well. You know, a lot of people are asking me about the gold market. I don't see gold growing this year. It's going to hold steady. If you have money in it, you won't lose. But it does look like platinum is where I'd put some money also.
Thanks. That's good to know.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Can you tell me what global events you see happening in 2010?
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm concerned about seismic activity all over the globe. And I particularly keep an eye on northern India, also in Nepal, because I think around April we're going to see a major earthquake hit that area, okay? And I'm also seeing a lot of seismic activity in the Pacific Ocean area. So we may see some earthquakes, maybe another tsunami. And I also am being drawn to the Baja Peninsula area, and that's an area we want to watch, you know. You know, I'm also very concerned about breakages in the ice shelf in the northern and southern hemispheres. So I do think we're going to see water levels increase this year as a result of polar ice cap melting. Yeah.
Do you see any scientific or technological breakthroughs in 2010?
Yeah. You know, on a lighter note, one of the good partnerships I see forming is I'm seeing YouTube, the YouTube Corporation, partnering with a high-tech company to come out with a better video service. And that looks like that'll be around May of this year, you know. I'm also seeing around August a new pacemaker being designed that is magnetic. And it'll be worn outside the body, so we won't have to have all the invasive surgeries, you know. And I think as we get into the fall of this year, particularly around November, we're going to also see something strange come out of the Caribbean. It looks like there's going to be a group of scientists who will be attempting to create a hybrid that is a combination of human and reptilian. And I think that's going to create a lot of upheaval in the scientific community. But, you know, as we get to the end of 2010, around December, I'm also seeing some wonderful advances in the reality of the soul. And I believe there are going to be some scientists who will release evidence that shows that there is, you know, there is a soul.
Oh, that's really going to be something to look forward to.
Yeah.
But I mustn't take your time. On to the next question on my mind. There's been a lot of talk about mystical occurrences as we get closer to 2012. Do you see any new discoveries in the mystical area? Like, what about aliens and UFOs in 2010?
Yeah, 2010 is a big year for UFO activity. And in fact, I believe as we get into around July, NASA will be actually releasing photographs that will show that there are spacecraft orbiting our planet. And as we get into August, everybody needs to keep an eye on the states of New Mexico, Arizona, and Nevada, because we're going to start to see a major show of UFO appearances over those states, you know. And I think as we get into the end of the year, around 2010, around December of 2010, there's also going to be a discovery of an ancient city that will be underwater off the coast of Florida on the Gulf side. And this is going to open up speculation that perhaps Atlantis really did exist.
Wow. That's really fascinating. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And one final question. Do you have any exciting celebrity predictions for 2010?
Oh, yeah. You know, this is going to be a good year for royalty. I can tell you that, because I'm seeing King Abdullah and Queen Rania of Jordan really coming front and center this year. And they're going to be very instrumental in helping bring peace, particularly for the Palestinian issue. So keep an eye on them, because they're going to do a lot of really great humanitarian work. I also see the Duchess of York coming back on the scene. It looks like she's going to be working with Prince William and Prince Harry. And I see a major push on issues of global education and literacy, and those three teaming up to really help in that area. You know, and in the the Hollywood side of things, Richard Gere, we haven't heard a lot out of him, but I think we're going to see him coming back on the scene to bring in more information in support to the Tibetan issues, and I suspect he'll be involved with the United Nations in a very high-profile position this year. Also, in the music industry, because a lot of you guys love to write about music, write to me about your questions about music. I'm seeing Dolly Parton do really well this year. Now, Grace, they're going to give her a television series in the summer. She'll be offered a show, but I don't see her taking it because she's going to go on and release another album this year, and it looks like it'll be a gold-selling album for her, so she'll have a good year. But if I were to put any money into the music industry, who I'd put my bet on would be Beyonce, because I see her releasing another album this year, and it looks like it'll go platinum. So she's going to have a wonderful year.
Well, that's exciting. You certainly have given me a lot to think about.
Well, you're welcome. Well, I love to share my annual predictions, and I'm so glad you got to be the first to have a reading this year.
I greatly appreciate that. I can't thank you enough.
You're welcome. Well, guys, for those of you who are interested, I am available for private phone readings. So you can call me at 571-483-2112, and I'll put the number up here. And also, just to let you guys know, I do have out this year When Worlds Unite. Now, a lot of you have been asking about predictions of what's coming. This book does carry a lot of the predictions as we go to 2012. And I've also just released Ouija Mysteries, the Spirit Board Seances. So you want to pick up either of these books, you can get them at my website, www.robert-hickman.com, or at amazon.com, or at my Lulu storefront. So pick up my books, When Worlds Unite and Ouija Mysteries. And I look forward to being with you guys throughout 2010. Thanks for being here. Grace, thanks for joining us today.
It's my pleasure. I thank you, and I look forward to reading your books.
Thank you. We'll talk soon.
Sounds good.